people we might interview are often concerned that what they say is going to get back to, say, the health facilities or doctors or policymakers. It depends what level we're interviewing at. So that I suppose speaks to the idea, the area of trust. And there may sometimes be some truth in it, because we're obviously working very closely with all those stakeholders. So we have to be very careful that when health workers start talking about some of the problems in their facilities, that that is kept confidential.
This wasn't with Changing the Story, but I have had an experience before where a young person told me something that was really quite worrying. And so my response there was kind of to talk through whether they were getting support, and so they were in a school, whether their teachers knew about it. And their teachers did know about it, and they didn't want me to do anything more about it because other people knew. And I think it's always also engaging the young person or the research participant in that discussion in terms of whether they feel comfortable you contacting certain people. I didn't have to raise it, but if I had raised it to the police,
they might have got into a lot of trouble because they're an undocumented migrant.
What I normally do when I go into research settings is make sure that I kind of know of a contact person or a key contact, I suppose, that I can ask. I don't think I ever thought of safeguarding as something that was about safeguarding myself as a researcher until you've brought it up. Personally, if anything happened to me, I'd go to my supervisor. They'd be my first point of contact.
So our first point of contact was the research assistant, who was interacting with people on a day-to-day basis. So that would be kind of the primary person, like on the ground, employed full-time, for example. But I and the co-I were ultimately responsible. And so he would feed us back questions or concerns. They felt more comfortable with him. They were talking to him on a daily basis, like chatting, more similar in age. So it was more likely that they would tell him something and that he would then feed it up to us. But we also had direct conversations as well.